Hey world. Bit of a confession. I didn't read anything in January. I'm sorry. It's mostly just because, as you saw last week, I'm totally stressed out with exams and my essays and stuff like that. So what I did read was this, which is Ulysses by James Joyce, because I have to write an essay about this. And I think I'm gonna do a study guide at some point. So that's the reading part of this. However, I did watch a bunch of films, so let's dive right into that. Let's talk about books next month and just concentrate on films for now, okay? Good. So the first film I saw right on New Year's was actually Star Trek Genesis, and I said in the December wrap up that I saw the new Star Trek films and that I actually was surprised by how much I liked them, and then I was surprised by how much I didn't like Star Trek Genesis. I think the story is interesting and I think the actors did a good job, but mostly it's just because I'm so used to this modern fast pace of films that I can't quite comprehend how slow Genesis is. There are so many shots of just like what feels like hours of just showing the spaceship and just showing a new planet or stuff like this, and it's just really slow, and for me it feels really boring. Then I saw Sing, which just blew my mind. I don't know, I didn't expect it to be that good. I kind of expected it to be more funny. It was quite serious, but the songs are so great. I don't know. I mean, I didn't realize before that Scarlett Johansson and Tori Kelly would be in it, and when I saw that or heard that, I was just really happy. They are so good, those songs are wonderful, the story is lovely, the animations are really good. However, I do have to say that I don't know if it was on purpose, but I think the animators made it a bit more simplistic than it should have been. I think they could have put more detail into the animations. Still, they were wonderful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. It's just something I noticed. And yeah, I think Sing is a wonderful film. I think it's one of those films you could watch like at a sleepover at like 3 o'clock and just sing along, and yeah, I love it. And then I saw Alice Through the Looking Glass, which I didn't love that much. First of all, I was surprised considering how relatively close to the original book the first part was. How there was no connection at all with this second part. Like, she goes through a mirror and that's about it. But I think it was still really great. Maybe it was even great because there was no connection, because it was a kind of an entire new storyline. Of course, you can see that the focus is really on the head makers, so on Johnny Depp, and I think that has a lot to do with like him being the actual star in the show. It isn't really about Alice that much. And then I saw a hologram for the king. It affected me really emotionally, which also had a lot to do with the state I was in emotionally when I saw the film. So I don't know if I would feel differently about it if I saw it now. But at that time when I saw it, I thought it was the most lovely story I've ever seen. It's so simple, but also kind of sums up life. And the film is really short. I think it's only like 90 minutes or something. So it kind of was like I was in the story and then it was over again. But I don't really think they should have done more. So I think it's really perfect that it's so short. And as I said, it's just really pure and honest and lovely and kind of, yeah, I don't know, not perfect, because perfect isn't a nice word, but something like that. Then I saw a French film actually, which in English is called the student and Monsieur Henri, or Mr. Henri, whatever. And it's about a French student who moves to Paris and then has to live with this old man, Mr. Henri, because he has a cheap room in his house and she doesn't have any money. So the student and this really old man just start living together, and it's just really, really funny. I don't know, it's just, I'm not a big fan of French humor most of the times. It is kind of depressing and brutally honest in some parts, but still with a funny undertone. So yeah, I'd recommend watching it. It's definitely worth your time. Of course, the one everyone's waiting for, LaLaLand. Yes, I did see LaLaLand. I don't know how I feel about LaLaLand. I think it's interesting in the best sense possible, and I think it's best to go see it without any expectations. Also really interesting was the last film I saw, which was Big Friendly Giant by Steven Spielberg. And heads up, Mr. Spielberg, you did a really good job there. Kind of similar to A Hologram for the King, I just thought it was a really pure and sweet and also really funny story. And I don't know, it's one of those rare films where I go out and I'm just happy. Mostly when I see a film, I immediately start to analyze it and to think about the deeper meaning and stuff like this, but I just didn't do that with that film, not because there isn't anything to analyze or there isn't any deeper meaning, but just because it made me so happy I didn't want to think about that. And I think that pretty much sums it up. And that's also it for my January wrap up. And yeah, as per usual, let me know what you saw or read this month and what you thought about it. And also let me know your opinions on what I saw and didn't read. If you wanna see that Ulysses student guide, then please let me know. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do it, but if you want to see that, it's something I could do. I just have to think about it a bit more. Yeah, that's it for now. I hope you always have a reason to smile, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye!